We were going to film this video outside, but let's go down to the workshop. All right, Birchouse friends, we're back in the workshop and we're warmed up and we have our cup of coffee. So let's talk about a new product that's available for purchase right now here at Birchouse Woodcrafts. But before I do, let me take a moment and set the scene. So it is the mid-15th century, and you are a peasant, and your local lord has levied troops for a battle, and you've been volunteered. Now, maybe your lord has provided you with a spear, and maybe a gambeson or a tarred jacket and a helm, or maybe even a week or two of training. But now you're there at the battle, and you're staring down the barrel at the enemy. You hear commotion to your left, and as you turn, a knight crashes through the battle lines. This is a man who's both heavily armed and heavily armored, and he has trained his entire life for this moment to kill on the battlefield. You take your spear and you thrust, and he deftly moves your spear aside and begins to bear down upon you. You reach for your sidearm as a last resort. Now, you're a peasant. You can't afford a war hammer or a sword, and even if you could afford those things, you certainly don't have the training to use them efficiently. And the family axe had to be left back at the farm. So maybe what you grab is something like this. Now, this may look like the penultimate zombie slaying tool, weapon, but this is a maul, an archer's maul or a peasant's maul. And as the name implies, this was a weapon that was found often in the hands of commoners. And it's kind of a poor man's mace, as you can see. This is a weapon that could be very easily, very cheaply, and very quickly made in any village. Your local carpenter could have made the piece of wood, the mace bit itself, the maul bit itself, and you could have gotten nails from the local blacksmith. Speaking of local blacksmiths, our mauls are made with nails from our friends at Ugla's Night Forge. Sometimes these were lead weighted, sometimes they were not. But in any event, this is a fearsome weapon, a very brutal weapon, and horrifyingly, this weapon would show up again in the trenches of World War I. And so this weapon has a life that ran from the 12th century all the way to the 20th. So just a fearsome weapon. Now, I have two of them for sale right now. I have this one. It's 23 inches and made from ash. And a second lighter one that is 22 inches and made from honey locust. And I'm going to be making videos on each one individually and talking about them. So keep an eye here. And you'll see those videos. As well as, I'm going to put a link in the description where you can find these mauls, as well as all of our other goods, and where you can contact us to make custom orders. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.